Welcome to Bear Essentials, and I am BYERS. Hey, let's get this out of the way. I wanted to thank you for watching and taking the time to review all these content creators and what they're doing. If you enjoyed this, please share it and please hit the like button. As you do that, please subscribe. Become part of the Bear family. Come on into the Bear Cave. In fact, each and every one of these video content creators need your subscription, need your like button, need your input. We appreciate the support.
So it's that time to go over the rules. We'll try to make it a lot shorter this week than in weeks past. So 4 points we give out to guides, how-tos, walkthroughs. Very important stuff that makes the game playable. That includes demonstrations and techniques, tricks of how to do the raid, how to survive in the dark zone, these kind of items. All the information about the seasons or the leagues included in this category. Any discussion about weapons, which weapons is best category, your exotics, all that falls into this how-to. This is the main part that people are looking for to understand the game a little bit better. So this is why it scores the highest. The next level is builds, stories, and vendor resets. The vendor resets, a lot of people want those, but they're good for only that day usually, or maybe for the week for like Cassie Mendoza or the vendor resets. But the where to farm to, those are really day-to-day changing. Then we have the next level, which includes streams, live broadcasts, any kind of discussion, and right now we're grouping news into that category. But if you feel that news is a little bit important, needs bumped up to that 3 level, why don't you put that down in the comments, and we'll make that change if you feel that news is more important than, say, just a journal discussion. Then we give 1 points to the rest, which are usually more opinionated. Self-promotion, like if you want to promote your channel and you're making a video on, say, your Discord, or just kind of celebration that's more about you or your clan, or something that doesn't involve the major community. Those fall into that opinionated, the rant videos, that category. And because this is Division content, even though this is Division 2, any video on Division 1 gets included in this. We're going to give a point to any content creator, even Division 1, but this is a Division 2 channel, so the Division 1s are only going to get 1 point. Now, here's the penalties that we haven't talked about before. If you make a video and you have nothing on it, it's just a stream, or it's just film, right? It's just you playing, no commentary, no music, no nothing. It's just running around, or you just showing your build, but you're not explaining anything. You're going to lose a point for that. So if your video is worth 4 points, now it's only worth 3. Each one you do it. So if you make 10 videos and you have no sound and no commentary, nothing that explains why you're doing what you're doing, it's going to be 1 point less than everybody else that's making that same content. That's just fair for the newer content creators, or the people that are just throwing things out there. We're going to give them full points to somebody that's really taking the time to put quality videos out there. So that's something we've had to adjust. And then, of course, we give the big nix for anybody that basically is false advertising, clickbait, just a pure outlie. That you lose 25 points and any points you would have gained off that video. So it really hurts you. You don't want to do that. And then we have the 5 points off for anybody that's glorifying an exploit, a glitch. Some of the things that's happened in the game that just happened, like the Warhound, they declared that, that was something that they needed to program. It wasn't a glitch. It wasn't an exploit per se. Doing the target practice when you weren't failing on purpose, that wasn't a glitch. That was just being using the most that the game gave you at the time, and they adjusted that. So that's kind of the penalties and everything like that. Cut that down a little shorter this week. You guys have heard it before. So most of everybody that's in here, we've really searched trying to find every content creator of Division 2. So if you know that there's somebody making content now that's still out there making videos in Division, let me know. We'll include them. I need to talk to them, make sure that they're okay with being part of this program, and we'll get them on here. So there you go. Now let's get to the countdown. And at first, we're going to talk about 13th place. Is no stranger to the countdown. You know the vibes. Reason why he gets up here on the countdown so often is his hard work for his community. He had 3 streams this week. One of them was split up in two 12-hour streams, back to back, 24 hours straight, carrying his subs, giving away things every few hours and then in between. But one of the things he does the most is player state of the game, and every Friday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You know the vibes. He also added 2 build videos to this and a commentary on top of his streams for a total of 19 points with those bonuses. Again, congratulations. You know the vibes. Here's one of the guys that were featured on Player State of the Game just recently, and this is the Division Addiction. He's in 12th place, and he has his own specialty. Each Monday, he does reaction videos to what his subs send into him. And it was pretty neat having him explore watching somebody sniping in the dark zone. And he claims he's not a sniper, could never be a sniper. My hat's off to anybody that can know what they're good at and what they're not good at. Division Addiction is one of those good guys. So check him out, pull him up, give him those thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to any of these guys, please subscribe to each and every one of them. The next one is more a streamer. This is the Second Wave. This is actually a group of people that are the clan of GC Rock, and including GC Rock. And what they do is they do raids and heroics. They do different streams throughout the week, and they're pretty lengthy. So watching the streams, you can get a lot of good tidbits of what they're doing right. Maybe a few things that they might be able to improve on. You might catch on those too, but they're a pretty solid bunch. Check them out. 11th place, 11 streams. They get 21 points, 2 points a stream, but after the first 10, we reduce it down for the next 5 to only 1 point apiece. So after 15 streams in a week, we don't award any more points. Next up on the countdown, you see it right there, is Wids. He's back. And why is he back? Well, we had a PTS this weekend, and Wids couldn't miss that. He's a PC player, so he gets to play out there with some of these information, and he's always been out there helping during these times and giving his advice. He hit up 3 exotics, 2 on armor and gear set, and 1 video on news. basically talking about the PTS and stuff like that. So thanks for coming back to the game this week to give us that coverage basically over the weekend. And hope to see a lot more Wids. He produces videos. I know some of you have differences, but he does produce a lot of videos, and as a content creator, he's solid on his content creating. His style and stuff like that, that's up to you. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. You can watch some of these other guys, but he does put some hard work in. Here's a man has a style all his own. Love him, hate him. I don't see how you can hate him, but if you don't like him, again, just like Wids, don't watch him. But King Macho has a very unique style, and he knows how to put things together. He knows how to play the game. He did a video on an exotic this week. He did 3 build videos, which his build videos always have a neat spin on it. It's never a copy and paste of somebody else. It's always got his own style. In fact, a lot of the big guys have taken King Macho's build and kind of modified it themselves with his blessing and a call out to him. So there's a lot of people that watch King Macho. Cold Boy, some of the other ones. He's well respected in the community. So check him out. His 6 videos earned him 22 points, a tie with Wids this week, and ends him up at 9th place. Another player at 22 points, his 2nd consecutive week on the countdown, DJTICKLE. Now DJ, he had a video on exotics, on League, on the raid, 2 on builds, and 2 on news and commentary. Kind of 1 or 2 all over the charts. Maybe next week I will tell you if you did 1 video in each category, how many points you might make. I bet you would almost guarantee that you make the countdown. So that might be worth a goal worth trying. I know some of you are making videos just to get up here. It's kind of competitive. It's kind of part of the game, and that's cool. But DJTICKLE, found him a few weeks ago, and he is pretty good contenter, getting lots of volume out. Go check him out. At 7th place is our current record holder for consecutive weeks on the countdown, but he's never topped the charts, but he's always up here. He's had a bunch of 4s, a bunch of 10s. We find him again right in that 10 to 4 spot right here in the middle at 7th place this week. Gamey Daddy has a lot of insight on what he thinks the game should do and how it should be. Sometimes he speaks pretty plainly, but he does it in a flair that's not completely negative, meaning he doesn't have to get dirty, he doesn't have to get mean, he doesn't have to bully other people to put his opinion out there. But it's always not, nobody can call him a fanboy, that's for sure, because there are times that he really gives them what he feels it's necessary, and he does. He's kind of like the good, well-researched commentary, just like the subject this week that a lot of our guys did videos on, and it was very concerning. It was a major issue, and that was the Ubisoft terms of service agreement. We did find Hogue Law. If you haven't checked that video out, you ought to check that out. But Gamey Daddy, he did an exotic video, 4 armor and gear videos, 2 commentaries, and 2 general videos. Check him out. He's well informed. He's been around. He puts a lot of work and hard thought in this game to try to make it good. Here is the man I've been telling you guys all about since the 2nd week he's been making videos. I found him when he only had about 15 subs, but he was cranking out like 10-15 videos that week. I was like, hey, do you want to be part of this program? It's right up your alley. and he has been consistently between 10, 20 videos. And this week he comes in with a solid 14 videos. Him and another person on the countdown are the highest on number of videos made this week. Hardly Gaming, check him out. He had 2 league videos, 2 build videos, 6 streams or run-throughs, and 1 generalized video that was about yours truly. Stand-up guy, he's just awesome guy. Check him out. Tell him Bear sent you. Let's get this guy up on his likes and on his subs. He deserves it. He's actually making more videos than pretty much anybody out there this last month. I don't think, if I add them all together, nobody's made more videos than he has this last 28 days, including one of those guys at the top of the list. Now this is a countdown, and we count down division content creators, but this is an international game, and I had a tough time when I first started making this chart to penalize anybody because it wasn't in English. But we do this countdown in English, so what do we do with foreign speaking players? So it came to decide that if it wasn't in English, that we'd just take off 1 point. But if it wasn't for that 1 point, this man right here would have had a 40-point score this week. He knocked it out of the park with it. Again, tied with most videos with Hardly Gaming, it's ALTIS Teen. He's French, and from what I understand, doesn't speak a bit of English, and all his videos are in French. And it took a little bit of time to make sure I was putting each video in the correct categories, but this is what he did. He had 1 exotic video, 2 armor or gear videos, 2 raid videos, 3 vendor videos, 2 commentaries, and 4 streams. And again, with a 14-point penalty, he still had 27 points that put him a tie with Hardly Gaming. So if you understand French or can appreciate the hard work this man's putting in, check him out. Couldn't leave him off the countdown. Again, it is an English-speaking chart because that's what this journalist decides to do. But this man has just blown it out of proportion. So internationally, point-wise, he would be number 1. In fact, talking about international, this next one's I do believe he resides in the United Kingdom, over there in Great Britain. This is Clint Flairwoo, and he is nothing but a gentleman. It was his birthday this last week, so this is one of my projects. This right now, after this video is done and you see where your favorites end up, who's in first, who's in second, who's in third, can you please go over to Clint Flairwoo and check out some of his videos. Tell him the bear sent you, and tell him happy belated birthday. His videos for the week, he did a gear or armor talent set video, 5 builds, 1 vendor, 2 general commentaries, for a total of 9 videos and 31 points. We're down to the top 3, and here's one that was up there last week. He's up there again this week. His name is DJ-SAS. He's a newer content creator, doesn't have so many subs, but he, for his community, has been redoing some hunter, how to get hunter mask. He's got 3 of those. He's got 2 vendor resets and 7 streams this week. Now, you'll find him up here. He's a real nice guy. He's quiet. Again, one of those projects. Check him out. Tell him the top 13 sent him. the bear sent him. Sent you to say hi. Patrick Wolf, no stranger to the countdown at all. He's up here. He's a solid person. Checking out Patrick, he has only missed a countdown on the very first week, and he missed a countdown for the first time since then, just last week. He just missed out. Don't know why, but just a few videos short of hitting the top 13, but he made a solid showing, like he always did. A little bit more streams the week before than he did normal content like he does this week. This week, here in second place, he did 2 exotics, 3 gear and armor, 1 build, 2 vendors, 7 streams. And he did that to help each and every one of you guys, because a lot of this was for the PTS. So he was out there showing you some new stuff and spent a lot of time in the PTS this weekend, grinding through, kind of seeing if there was any bugs and anything like that. So wish we could have done it, but it's just a PC thing because of the legalities of PS4 and the Xbox and how things work. So it's not something Massive's trying to stop. It's just that's just how they have to deal with the other companies out there, where PC, they just kind of, that's basically what it's made on. It's easier to get it out there and test on. So that's what they do. And the rest of us kind of have to, as Vibe said, stand on the sidelines. So give a big shout out to Patrick Wolf. Tell him you seen second place here in top 13. Give him a big congratulations. Who's in first place? You get it. The guy that's been in first place all month. And he just beats Patrick Wolf by 1 point. Just 1 point. And how he did that, 2 points. 2 points. He had 35. Patrick Wolf had 33. So how did he do it? He did it with a weapon video, a season video or league video, 1 build video. But what Kazakami Von Doom is always been the greatest at, since I've been watching him, is covering the vendors. He does it every day on what zones you should be farming, what vendors you should be checking out. And back in the Thieves Den days, he did that as well. And sometimes that was kind of hard because they would switch without anybody noticed, when they were going to go down or when they were going to switch. And he was right on top of it. So it's kind of his niche. And I was kind of surprised to see that he was going to be number 1 this week, because he's been spending so much time on his brand new Discord page, which is open to everybody, and they've been doing a lot of raid, looking for groups and legends. They've been putting a lot of stuff together over there. Go check them out. I am part of that community. Actually, I'm now in a lot of Discords out there with other content creators to be able to communicate back and forth about this program and some other programs. So I want to thank each and every one of you. Please remember to check out, give old Clint Flairwoo his happy birthday. Stop in here and see Kazakami Van Doom. Check out his, he did a video for his Discord. Come and join the Discord. Be part of the group. Be part of the positive vibes that people like. The vibes is sending out, and Division Addiction. There's some positive people in here. Had a big conversation with NGN the other day. Man, that guy he's been a hero of mine before I ever thought about being a content creator. And when he told me that he'd been subscribed to me when I was just little, doing this program for the first, second, or third week, I was just floored. I was a fanboy. I'm still a fanboy. What am I talking about? So come on, let's keep up the big love and the big community and supporting each other and doing what we have to do. Does that mean that we don't agree? We have to agree on everything? No, it doesn't mean that. What it does mean is we do it respectfully, and it's not this crazy thing that it needs to be. Some of you understand some of the drama that I'm trying not to talk about today, but if you do, that's great. If you don't, well, I'm glad you don't. So, moving forward, we want this community to be the best it can be. And we know this game has a lot of issues. And with the terms of service agreement, and a few weeks ago, a month and a half ago, we were dealing with the glitch and the ban hammer. Those are things that really affected us, as a community. And we have year 2, and some people are upset that they don't want to pay for it. And the whole point is, people have different views, and there's other people. It doesn't matter what they're going to do. They're going to chunk up their money, because they love this game so much. Now you see a blank screen above you, and you've noticed that there's no icons. And the reason is that I need each and every one of you. If you want your icon to be part of this program and be shouted out by your brand or your icon, I need you to contact me. The best way is one of the Discords. Send me a private message. We'll exchange emails. I'll send you a release form. And that way, the way we used to do it is I would contact you, say, hey, this top 13, would you like to be part of it? Yeah. I would get anything from, oh yeah, cool, awesome, yes you can. People like NGN, people like Division Addiction, these guys had no problem going thumbs up. Some of you were less lukewarm. It took a few times to go, hey, you sure you want to be part of this? I don't want to upset you. Now you can do it, but I don't know who you are and don't really care. But yeah, you do no harm to me. But nobody ever told me no. Well, this week things went a little south, and that's a totally different story. But that's why you don't see any icons here. That's why they're not here. So this week I left them all out. Now there was a few people that's already sent theirs in. Division Addiction, NGN, some of the bigger people, Jacob R24, Hardly Gaming. Some of those guys filled out their release immediately and sent it in. But I excluded any kind of icons or brands this week just to get the video out, just to get the credit out, just to get the program up and running again, because it needs that. This is for the community. This is for each and every one of the content creators that's working hard. We tracked 198 people this week, and there was only 62 that made videos this week. We were down a little bit. Now I expected some more to come back with the PTS, and I was kind of wrong. I expected it to be up in the 100 or so, but we'll see when the TU10 actually comes out. I expect a lot more content, a lot of discussion on DeVibes' player state of the game. So there was a lot of stuff happened this week. With the news of the TOS from Ubisoft to the PTS, there was a lot of news that was the buzz of this week. But congratulations for the hard work that people did. Again, there was 6 or 7 people that were just 1 or 2 points away from being on the countdown, and the closest were Destiny and Aspect of Skills. They just missed it by 1 point. They were 1 point behind Vibes. Myself and DA and Identity, what a group to be in. I'm humbled to be in with those two at 17. At 16, we had the French-speaking Alexander JFM, G's, Lust for Power with Pure Prime. And Pure Prime is definitely solid in his numbers. but as some of the newer guys have jumped in and started making content, they've kind of passed him by on volume. But that volume doesn't always speak quality or experience. So check out any of these guys, from Pure Prime, Lust for Power, G's, that's spelled Jheez, Identity, DA, which is DADEFUYE. Of course, myself, Bear Essentials with BYERS. This is Bear Essentials with BYERS. This is the top 13 Creators Corner, or what we used to call Creators Corner, but now has kind of been adopted to be Content Creators Showcase, because that's what it is. It's a showcase. So peace and love, and for you people in America, happy Memorial Day. Remember your veterans, your active duty members. I am a veteran. I know there's many of you out there that are. People like Kazakami Van Doom, some of the people in my clan, Longhorn the comedian, even celebrities. Ice-T, give you a shout out for being the 4 years in the Army that you spent in. George Strait spent some time in the Army. That's where he got in his first band. Johnny Cash. There's now currently only 1% of the Americans spend time in the military, but a shout out to each and every one of you and anybody on active duty. So sorry about the green screens and the lack of stats this week, totaled up, but wanted to get this video out, and I wanted to get to each and every one of you, show you that the top 13 was still up and viable. Yeah, we took a copyright hit on a that's under dispute, so we'll see how that works out. But somebody hit me with a copyright complaint, and I had to take everything else down, so I wouldn't get more than one copyright complaint. And I don't want to take anybody's intellectual property away. If you don't want to be part of this program, I'll never force you to be. It is a reporting program just to give you credit. And like I've told everybody else, if you don't understand, if you're trying to sell yourself to other communities, what better way of saying that you were number 1 or you were number 5 or even number 12 or 13? I'm doing all the work for you. I'm making all the statistics that show the community where you stand on productivity. And what better way to sell yourself on quality and quantity of videos? So again, this is top 13. This is BYERS, and I'm out of here. You be safe, be careful.